Hello. Okay, so today's video is about meditation. Namaste. Okay, so meditation. There's different ways to meditate. Like, everyone asks me when I tell them I meditate, they're always like, how do you meditate? Do you just, like, I can't, like, not think about things and blah, blah. But there's different kinds of meditation than just, like, what people think it is, which is, like, clear your mind of everything else and don't think of anything, which I think is, like, almost impossible. One of the ways I like to meditate is through this. Take it off. These are the mallow beads that I use. I made them myself. And yeah, and they're basically just, but basically what mallow beads are, you start at the guru bead. You don't have to, this is how I do it. Smell a guru bead, it's a ladybug. You start your guru bead and you use your thumb here and like your middle finger. I guess it's just, this could be wrong, I'm sorry. And like with each bead you say some kind of mantra or saying, and you go through all, I have like I believe 108 beads, and you go through all those, and then you can either stop at the next, like when you get to the guru bead, when you go all through them, or you can flip and go back and do them again. Just depends how much time you have and blah blah blah. But I use this a lot, mainly like I have really bad test anxiety, and like I'm in a lot of like performance classes and stuff where I have to like perform. So there's just stuff at school where I'm like kind of nervous about something. I'll bring these to school with me and wear them usually, because they're pretty stylish too, like bonus. And I'll like use it as like a mantra, as a form of meditation. I guess what a lot of people do, what I've heard of people doing, is picking mantras that are like in another language. I don't know what it is, like Chinese or Tibetan or some language. The whole like Om Padme, I don't know. I've looked at different ones, but I'm just like, that's nice and all. I would love to be able to do that, but I'm just more like, I just pick something that's more personal or more towards the situation, if that's what I'm using for. If I'm just general, just something overall I want to achieve or something like that, I usually meditate on something like a mantra that I've picked, not something like, yes, not something like that. So mallow beads are a great way to meditate, and I just made these, I just got beads from Michael's or Joann's or something, the little craft store. It's not hard at all. But do look up how to make them, or at least information behind them. There's significance in the number of beads and where you place like your marker beads and all that stuff. So that's good to look up. But moving on. So another thing I like to do when I meditate is use stones or crystals. Ew, just big bug just crawled by. I use stones or crystals to help me meditate, just in general. But like, for example, I like to sometimes sleep with crystals, which sleep is basically just a really deep state of meditation. Real quick sidetracking story, whatever. My sister, my mom, and I went to a meditation class a little bit ago, right? And it's about a little less than an hour. I'd say it's about 45 minutes long. And my sister, because we were like laying on the ground on these like mats and everything. It was so nice. But like my sister fell asleep like 30 minutes in, maybe like 20 minutes in, and she has like a light snore. So the whole time we're meditating and she's like, and I was like, so when we were done, we had to wake her up, and the lady's just like, oh, she was just really meditating over there, like really getting into it. And then she was just, it was so funny. But yeah, meditation, sleep, pretty much the same thing. So when I sleep, I tend to sleep with an angelite stone, just because it really helps me recall dreams, or like, I don't know, I really like angelite. Like, it's just a stone that I really resonate with. So that's something I do. I like to sleep with that. Different stones. A lot of meditation. I have a lot of different meditation music. I have some guided meditations. Guided meditations are great, but I don't like to do them frequently just because I don't. I don't know. Meditation though, basically, it's meditation, you know. Where do you go from there? Now, meditation for me, one of the things I've noticed, I have a really hard time staying focused on anything. I'm really, really ADD. And so meditation was always hard for me. Trying to get my thoughts straight here. One of the things I do is, because I can't meditate all the time, because I kind of dread doing it, and then afterwards I'm like, yes, I love meditation, but doing it, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to go meditate, but I want to, but I don't. Sorry, I don't want to, but I know I should. So some of the things I do is I'm not an artsy person. I'm more craftsy, and I'm not really good at what I do, but I enjoy doing it, so who cares? I like to do watercolor paints of different stuff, or just any kind of craftsy, pagan-y, spiritual thing. I find that I get into a really meditative state when I do those things. I literally just put on music and I just jive. I don't know, I've noticed that for me that's a little better, because I still get that meditative feeling of yes, you know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, I'm not one with the universe. My mind is silent, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sitting still. My mind's but I'm still meditating. That makes sense. Another thing I found is I've been working out a lot lately. And I've noticed that one really good way that I found to help me get through times where I'm oh my god, I can't hold this any longer, my muscles really, really hurt, I really want to stop. I actually pick a place on the wall or somewhere, pick something to look at, and I go into a meditative state where I just kind of focus on that one little thing, and that really helps me for some reason, because I'm not focusing on, people say pain is a mental thing, which I don't know if that's true or not, but it helps me forget about my physical pain a little bit, and I've noticed that that's helped me a lot. I think there's something else I was going to include, but I can't remember it. I used to try, a lot of times I meditate because, not for spiritual purposes, but because I have a lot of anxiety, and I get a lot of headaches, and that helps me a lot. Meditating helps me a lot, just overall just feel better, not just spiritually, but it makes me feel better. Doing meditation once or twice a week at least is what I try to do. And I think meditation is something a lot of people overlook, because it's not glamorous, it's not, I'm not gonna say it's not fun, because it is fun. No, it's a love-hate relationship. So yeah, that's my little tidbit on meditation. Hit me up if you have any questions. If not, see ya.